Hi there. So this video is an introduction to conditional probability, and it's based on the New Zealand curriculum at NCEA Level 3, which is the final year of high school. The goal of this is to learn to calculate conditional probabilities from tables of counts, the notation for this, and a formula for it. So the example we're going to use is this one about houses, and it's about houses being sold. So we've got two things that we're finding out about these houses. Firstly, what they sold for, and secondly, how long they were on the market before they got snapped up by a buyer. Okay, we've got a bunch of letters to use for short, like C is going to be used to represent houses that sold for under $300,000, and D for houses that sold between $300,000 and $600,000, etc., just to save us time. So let's have a go at these questions. We're going to do all the ones in question 1 here, and in another video we'll look at the ones in question 2 if you've got this worksheet. So pause the video, take in the information here for yourself, and then hit play. So the first thing, question 1A. For the 181 house sales in the above table, so it's all talking about these numbers in the table. Question A says, what proportion of the houses that sold for over $600,000 were on the market for less than 30 days? The first thing we've got to ask ourselves is, what's this question out of? Is it out of all 181 houses, that's the grand total, or is it out of a subgroup? The answer is it's only out of a subgroup. It's out of the houses that sold for over $600,000. How many were there? Over $600,000. So there were 12. So it's out of 12. How many of those 12 were on the market for less than 30 days? Well, 8. So now we need to look at the notation for a conditional probability. First thing we do is we write P for probability. And we want to write a statement that says this. It says the probability that a house was on the market for less than 30 days, given that the condition, what's the condition? Well, the condition is it's only out of houses that sold for over $600,000. So that is the condition. So we say given that it sold for over 600 grand. So that's it in words. The probability that a house was on the market for less than 30 days, given that it sold for over 600 grand. So the way we write the given sign, we write with a slash. So given that it sold for over 600 grand, and you should always write that condition first. The event is that the house was on the market for less than 30 days. Okay? So the slash means given that. Now, I can't be bothered writing all those words out every time, so we're going to shorten them. So sold for over $600,000, we're shortening to E. E for expensive. So we're just going to call that E. And less than 30 days, we're calling F. F for fast. So the probability of F given E. Sells in less than 30 days, given that it sold for over 600,000. Alright, so I'd like you to pause this video and I'd like you to have a go at question B yourself. Only hit play when you've done it. Okay, so B says, what proportion of the houses that sold for under $300,000 were on the market for less than 30 days? First thing you must ask yourself, what is it out of? Is it out of all of the houses or some of the houses? Look for the word of. It says of the houses under 300 grand. So it's only out of those houses, actually, isn't it? Under 300 grand is this row here. So how many? 85. So it's out of 85. And how many of them were on the market for less than 30 days? The answer is 39. So it's 39 out of 85. Cool. Okay, and the notation for this. So P brackets. P stands for probability. The probability given that a house sold for under $300,000. So of the houses that sold for under 300,000, and there were 85 of them. Under 300,000, what are we going to call that for short? It says here under 300,000, I'm calling C, so given C. And on the market for less than 30 days is F. So it's the probability of F given C equals 39 out of 85. How'd you go? You get it? Have a crack at question C. Hit play when you've done it. So question C says, given that a house sold for between $300,000 and $600,000, what proportion were on the market for more than 90 days? First thing, what's it out of? Is it out of all 181 houses, or is it out of a subgroup? Well, it says given that a house sold for between 300 and 600 grand. So it's actually out of a subgroup. It's out of those houses. We already know the house sold for between $300,000 and $600,000, and the word there is given. It's a giveaway. We're told that it did. So it's only out of those houses. So $300,000 to $600,000 is 84 of them. And if we look at the letter we're using for that, it's D. So it's going to be given D. So out of 84. So the probability given D is out of 84. Okay, what proportion were on the market for more than 90 days? So how many of those 84 houses were on the market for more than 90 days? And the answer is 4. And what we're calling the event more than 90 days is H. So it was 4 out of 84, wasn't it? 4 out of 84, and it's the probability of H given D. It's out of the 84. Probability of H given D equals 4 out of 84. Alright, question D, last one in this video. If a house was on the market for less than 30 days, what proportion sold for over $600,000? Okay, so in question D, is it out of all of the houses, or is it out of a subgroup? Well, the answer is, it says if a house was on the market for less than 30 days. So we already know it was on the market for less than 30 days. So it's only out of the houses that were on the market for less than 30 days. So less than 30 days, so it's out of those 82. And less than 30 days, what's the letter we're using? F. It's sold fast, F for fast. And so it's out of 82, and the condition is F. How many of those 82 sold for over $600,000? So, over $600,000, well, the answer is 8 out of 82. And the letter we're using for over $600,000 is E. So it's the probability of E given F equals 8 out of 82. Cool. Now, I'm not going to do E. I think you get the idea now. But question E is similar. I'm going to do another video that deals with parts of question 2. And so you can watch that if you want. That's video 2 on conditional probability. See you later.